Da-dun. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Oh, look what Daddy did. It is 5 a.m. and we are driving to LAX to catch our flight to San Jose for WorldCon. I am not a morning person.
No.
If we've never, it's Nikki, she can attest.
Hi.
If we've never discussed that on vlog before, if you ever needed to extract information from me, you don't need to waterboard me, you don't need to put bamboo shoots under my fingernails, just wake me up before 8 a.m. and I'll tell you whatever you want to know, because I don't give a fuck about anything right now. Obligatory walking down the jetway shot. Anything to add, baby?
No, I'm good.
Jump right in there and do it. Ladies and gentlemen and non-binary folks, on this stage this afternoon, you are going to witness entire writing careers from inception to the end of the road play out on this very stage, because we are going to do the Ditch Diggers Choose Your Own Publishing Career.
Did anyone ever doubt that Matt has a history in wrestling?
That's only half speed. You want me to go wrestling promo?
Well, I mean, why don't you speak to this first? Because
if you don't sell the first book and you have a sequel written, then you definitely can't sell the sequel. You'd have to find a way to sell the first book somehow, so I think that leads sometimes people to make choices that aren't necessarily their priorities. So
it becomes good money after bad.
Yeah, I mean, you might say, oh, well, I really wanted to sell this because I've already written a sequel, so I'm gonna, if you want to independently publish or you want to go small press, that's cool and I support you. But if that's not your goal, then you can get stuck somewhere.
Thank you guys for coming to Live
Thank
Ditch
you.
Diggers.
Thank you, Kellermark. Come on.
Yeah!
So I'm getting ready for the Hugo Awards. Nikki is not here because she agreed to do literally everyone at the con's hair and makeup besides her, because that's just the kind of person she is. She's out there making people fabulous. But what I realized is she took the only hairbrush that we brought between us with her to do all that hair and makeup. So I just showered and I'm getting ready for the awards, and I don't have a comb or a brush or anything to help me out with that. So I may just have to do like a punk thing for the awards. Nice, finely tailored suit, punk haircut. You know, for science fiction and fantasy, I think that could work. We'll see what happens. I'll show you later. Thanks, baby. Thankfully, there was a CVS next door to the hotel. This fucking thing cost me like $10, by the way. When did that happen? Never a 99-cent store around when you need one. Anyway. So that's much better. Crisis averted. Not too shabby. Hmm? Oh, hello.
Sorry.
Hey, baby. You look absolutely stunning.
I have no lipstick on. I need to finish.
You look better than me, and that's not easy.
Hello, everybody. I love you.
So 3 nominations as an author, as an editor, as a podcaster.
That's it, yeah.
Why does the podcaster mean the most to you?
Because it's what I've been working on since 2004.
Damn right, and it's time.
And it's time. It's really fucking time.
I have my purse in my purse. Do it. And...
Woo!
professional audio or video periodical celebrating science fiction or fantasy in 2017. The finalists are the Coode Street podcast, presented by Jonathan Strahan and Gary K. Wolfe. Ditch Diggers, presented by Mur Lafferty and Matt Wallace. And the best fan cast Hugo goes to Ditch Diggers.
This is so much better than the shampoo bottle I've practiced with at home. It's so much better. But it's a lot heavier. I honestly never thought I'd be handling anything heavier than a shampoo bottle, especially a shampoo bottle given for this little hobby I took up in 2004. I've done a lot of podcasts in the past 14 years, so when I got together with my friend Matt and started talking real facts about the business of writing, I knew we had something amazing. I'll keep it short because Matt talks a lot. It's obvious that Ditch Diggers would not exist without Matt, one of my best friends. Gail Carriger and Howard Taylor convinced me to take a random idea and run with it. Cameron Hurley and Chuck Wendig and all of our other guests have brought their war stories to the show and helped other authors. I couldn't do half of what I do without my family, Jim and Fiona. And thanks always to Alistair Stewart for being my electric monk and believing in things when I'm unable to. And thank you, of course, to our listeners who keep us going with support and questions. And I don't have to pretend with a shampoo bottle anymore.
Wow. I love being a writer, and I choose to believe it's an important thing that we do. Equally important, I think, is the need for business education and fair practice advocacy for writers in this industry. Thank you. And that's what we try to do with the podcast, Mur and I. We try to do that. I believe it's every individual's responsibility to leave a better and more inclusive industry than we found. And that's what we try to do with Ditch Diggers. It's a small thing, but it's important. I believe in it. So to be recognized for that is pretty cool. I want to thank Mur. She does all the heavy lifting. I want to thank my beautiful wife, Nikki, my mother, Barbara, my agent, Don One Song, and everybody who supports the podcast and supports what we try to do. Thank you very much. I'm at the Hugo Losers Party. Only I won, so I have to wear this hat. That's a real thing. I'm talking to the phone. I'm talking into my phone. That's all right. Don't worry about it. The guy thought I was talking to him. That's Nikki, and that's Marguerite, and that's Sarah.
Hello. I was so...
Wave, Sarah. Team Dong 1 represent. So yeah, all that. Here at the EA breakfast, the Escape Artist breakfast, with the owners and proprietors themselves, Alistair Stewart, Marguerite Kenner.
Hey, Matt.
How y'all doing? Last day of the con. Can we put a bullet on it? Some kind of wise final thought for the weekend?
Hell of a weekend.
Hell of a weekend.
Yeah, amazing evening. Great winners. Nora's speech was amazing. We're thrilled for Sarah. We're so thrilled for Rebecca. Geneva. Great winners.
Some hot upcoming new podcast called Ditch Diggers.
I heard about that. Some whippersnappers, some overnight sensations.
It's legit.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And Nikki, your thoughts? Fiona.
Hi, Fiona. I'm eating cheese, but this weekend was awesome. And I'm so proud of you, and I want everyone to know watching this, Matt Wallace is a straight up G. So here's the thing. Awards at their very best are an imperfect metric. They are a snapshot of a very particular time and place and culture and climate of popularity and politics. And unlike all snapshots, they have a very narrow focus. They often lack the more panoramic perspective of a more comprehensive device. But that doesn't preclude awards from having meaning in a variety of ways. You know, I mean, if like me, you've been banging your head against the wall of this industry for, 12 years or more, an award at the very least shows you that you are starting to make a dent. That's one way. The Hugos in particular mean something to me because of what they are, what they represent. The Hugos represent the history of American science fiction and fantasy, for better or for worse, the good and the bad. They are one of the major benchmarks and mile markers of that journey of American science fiction and fantasy. And to me, winning a Hugo it's very much like WorldCon itself. WorldCon is this very strange, improbable hybrid creature. It's a convention founded and run by fans for fans, and yet we, the professionals of SFF, at some point annexed a big chunk of it and took it over and decided this is going to be the biggest professional SFF event of the year, and this is where we're going to have our, equivalent of the Oscars, and it's going to be ours. So you end up with this very, strange and wonderful and often contentious intersection of fandom and the professional SFF community. And that's really kind of what winning a Hugo is to me, because I started out as a fan. We all did. We all started out as fans. As a kid, I grew up reading and loving these books and these authors and this community. And, when nothing else in my life made sense and I felt like I had no control over anything, I could immerse myself in these books and escape into these books and, and these imaginary worlds, these imaginary characters. And I idolized the people who created them and thought they were amazing. And then, suddenly, through a strange confluence of events, I find myself, 36 years old, and I'm one of them. I'm the one with my name on the cover of a book that's in a store, and I'm at the convention, and I'm up on the panels, and I'm up on the stage at the Hugo Awards accepting a rocket trophy. And I have become part of that history. Even if it's a small part, it's I'm there, and that's what that represents to me. And what an amazing time! What an amazing time and place to be in that history. N.K. Jemisin becoming the first author in history to win 3 consecutive back-to-back Hugos, one for each book in her brilliant trilogy, and that was after she became the first Black author to win a Best Hugo for novel, period. And by the way, if you haven't seen or at least read the transcript of N.K. Jemisin's acceptance speech, you need to do that. It was amazing. It brought me and my wife to the brink of tears. It was just fantastic. Rebecca Roanhorse winning the Best Campbell Award and the Best Short Story Award in the same year, just crushing it. The first Black and Indigenous person to do so. Trail of Lightning is one of the best books of the year, by the way. Go check that out. So yeah, man, just that's the kind of history I want to be a part of, even if it's just a small part. So anyway, that's what winning this rocket meant to me. Not that you asked, but I was just trying to put a button on it in some meaningful way. There was tons of stuff at WorldCon I didn't shoot or didn't have time to include in the vlog. So many people I met, Rebecca Roanhorse being one of them. She was fantastic. Got to meet my new editor at Saga Press, Novel Wolf. Had breakfast with her. She is amazing. So many people, listeners and fans and readers and other authors and peers and just people I hadn't seen in a long time that I got to see again, people I met for the first time. It was a great weekend. My wife and I really enjoyed it. It was as always, it's trying to cram too much into too short a space and period of time, but you do what you can. We'll see you all in Ireland, maybe. I don't know. We'll see.
That's it for this week, folks. I will see you next week. Please like, share, subscribe. Hit that bell notification so you know when I drop new videos, which I do every single week. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you're thinking of the vlog here. Ask me a question. Let me know what the best lunch you had in the last week was. I'm always curious. And I'll be back at you next week. Same Matt time, same Matt channel.